things that you write about that I think is so important that I would love to have you explain is this idea that we are naturally wired and have a fundamental need for joyfulness, playfulness,
Yeah.
creativity, and that we sacrifice that.
Mm.
Can you talk more about that?
Well, so there's a book written by a palliative care nurse in Australia, and I used to work in palliative care, and it's called The Top 5 Regrets of Dying People. And she's talking to people who died before their time, from cancer usually. One of the regrets is that they worked too hard, they didn't play enough. Now, playfulness is built into our brains. All mammals play. Bear cubs play, lion cubs play, puppies, kittens, they all play. We're wired for play. Why? Because play is essential for a number of things. One is essential for brain development. It's much more important for brain development than academic learning. I'm talking about scientifically, brain physiologically. So play is important. Play is also important to form relationships. Because in play, you can kind of roughhouse a bit, but you're not actually being enemies. So you're making friends that way. So play is essential. Winnie the Pooh, which is one of my all-time favorite books.
Why is it one of your all-time favorite books?
Well, it's so playful. And but at the very end, and I know you're married to Chris Robbins, which is Christopher Robin. Anyway, there's a passage at the end of the book, Winnie the Pooh, where Christopher, the boy. By the way, him and his father had a terrible relationship, which is a whole other issue. I'm talking about the real Christopher Robin. But the fictional Christopher Robin is now growing up, and he has to go to school, which means he won't be able to play with his animals anymore. And he's trying to explain this to these animals, including Winnie the bear. And the book ends with this statement that I'll paraphrase, where it says, they go off walking together hand in hand. And the book ends with, but whatever they do, and wherever they go in the enchanted forest, a little boy and his bear will always be playing together. And that passage as an adult would bring me to tears. Because as a kid, as an infant, I wasn't played with. My mother was way too terrorized and depressed to play with me. And kids, peekaboo, play starts so early. It's essential for our mental health. It's essential for our brain development. So these poor people who were looking back on their lives and saying, I wish I had played more. Play is just essential. And I have to say that one of the things that has kept our marriage going 55 years now,